Hey guys, it's Charlie subbing in for TheTopher to bring you a drive of this Boxster 25th anniversary car. We spent time earlier today driving the Spider with the PDK, and this is rocking a very similar engine with a 200 RPM lower redline and the 6-speed manual. And most cars, I would tell you, go for the manual, especially being a sports car, but the Boxster PDK is so good and the manual is so good that you really can't go wrong either way. Just get yourself a Boxster. 25th anniversary, also taking the styling in colors from the original first 986 Boxster delivered to US customers, the silver with the red. You see that going on inside as well. We will take the top down partway through our drive, but keep the wind down for the beginning and run the air conditioning a bit. It's a little toasty. You can see this beautiful red interior. I know Chris has done a drive on the Cayman GTS 4-liter, so a lot of the driving observations are going to be similar, but the feel and the style and kind of the intent behind the cars are pretty different. So this is just going to be kind of a quick run through with this car in order to sort of show off the manual transmission as opposed to automatic PDK in the Spider. The Spider is absolutely excellent, but this car has quite a lot to offer as well. And oh no, I really should have pulled out in front of that Prius. This Boxster 25th anniversary, or maybe they're just calling it 25 years. Oh yeah, you pulled over. This one has the short throw shifter that the Boxster T that we drove earlier today also had, and that makes a world of difference when it comes to the manual shifter in these 718s. I hadn't driven the short throw until today, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I would pay whatever I needed to get the short throw shifter. The standard shifter is not bad, but there's a little play and not quite as much confidence, not like you're racking a gun going into each gear. The short throw remedies that. I drove a very identical car to this earlier, the GTS 4-liter, non-25th anniversary, and I expected them to be very similar. But this car is actually, it's better. It's noticeably sharper and more satisfying to drive. One thing I will say, and I know this is subtle, but I prefer having a leather steering wheel to the Alcantara wheels. It feels like I can get a better grip on the wheel. Urgency, and I'm sure it's all placebo, it's all very subtle, but everything seems so perfectly dialed in with this car. I did talk to the Porsche PR people a bit, and the steering ratios and the racks are not actually any different between the Spider and the non-Spider cars, but the Spider gets the front axle from the 991.2, I'm pretty sure, the 991.2 GT3, and that's what makes the difference. The steering geometry and the suspension geometry is just that much different on the Spider, and the tires are a little bit wider. It does create just a slightly more responsive and enjoyable and motorsport, if you will, steering feel, but man, this 25th anniversary is so good as well. perfect amount of rev hang. It's just enough for you to get into the next gear and release the clutch. The turbo cars definitely have more notable rev hang, and it does detract from the driving experience, but this 4-liter is just right. If you're leaning on it, clutch, shift, back out, it's just perfect. Take this opportunity being behind this car in front of us to drop the top, which you can do at a very good speed. Moves along, let the roof open, and it goes pretty quick as well. Have auto rev matching in Sport and Sport Plus. Makes you feel like that much more of a professional driver. Of course, if you do want to practice your heel towing, you can go up into, what is that, normal mode. I don't know why normal is an O. Maybe that's some German thing. At the end of the day, the GTS 4-liter Boxsters and Caymans are some of the best examples of purest motorsport that exists on the road. Whether you go full tilt, you get yourself a Spider and you got your pull door handles and manual adjustments and you're saving a little bit of extra weight, or you go a little bit more luxe and rarity. I mean, this one's number 6 out of 1,250 being sold here in the US. Regardless of which route you take for your 718, you're getting one of the most satisfying driving experiences available on the new car market today. So it's essentially just pick your flavor and have a blast. What fun. Doesn't get much better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Boxster 25, celebrating 25 years of remarkable performance and, most of all, just fun. The Boxster's always been such a lighthearted, enjoyable experience. Doesn't take itself quite as seriously as the 911, but you still get all the great driving dynamics and, in some ways, a little bit more.